Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do one of these little checklist challenges, and this is done by Sammy, and I'll leave a link down below for this list. She did a list in 2020, and this one is starting for this year, starting in April to April next year. So you have a plenty time to go through all the challenges if you want to do the complete list. Today I'm going to do one, but it's going to check off a few. So you just check the challenges off as you go. Remember that it's your hobby, it's your list. You can work on the list and to your liking, so you can do bits and pieces here and there, not do other ones if you can't find a picture or prefer not to do those kind of ones. And you know, it's all just to have fun. So you will put down when you do one of the checklists, you hashtag this so she can see it. And it's always fun to at least do a couple of these challenges to support other colorists. So you can either do physical coloring books, digital pages, color mediums traditionally, or digital coloring. They're all valid, all can be used. Okay, so what you do is you download the list, you read it, and like I said, you can double up the pages, take off more than one if it's included in the challenge and it's on your page. Sorry. So it goes through a whole list. There are 3 pages of things in here. So you can pick at least one thing to be able to do on these things, especially if you're already doing like a holiday type pictures. Those would be checked off really quickly. So what I went through, and I'll mark them if I can find something to mark them with. Hold on a second. Okay, had to get a highlighter, so I'm just going to mark them here. I'm going to do page with a bumblebee, so we can mark that part off. Okay, color a page by an artist beginning with the letter K. The bumblebee happens to be in a Matsuda coloring book, so that one's marked off. I could do that one, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. Let's see. We have, it's not the book belongs to page. It's not a well-known character. Doesn't have any text. I could put clouds in the background. I'm not sure if I will. Color a page with flowers, and yes, the bumblebee has flowers. Color a page with an element in it, like earth and water. No. Circular illustrations, not quite. It's not an old whip. It's a male artist, though, so color a page with a male artist. Color the book that it intimidates you. It's not that. I've colored in it 3 times, so that's not going to work. It is a page that will fill me with happiness, but I have another book for that. Okay, anything on this one? It could be spring. Color a poster, pull out, color mythical creatures, color in this season. It is kind of spring because it is a bumblebee and it has flowers. So I'm going to mark that one off. Color a pattern page. No. Color a page, a book, a beginning coloring. Nope. Using pastel. Nope. I don't use pastels very often. Color palette. Color a page using pointillism. I might be able to do some of that. I don't know. But it doesn't have to be the entire page. It could be some part of the page, but it has to be at least a half should be done, and I'm not going to do that. No, I'll do that on another one. Color this page with marker base and shade on top. Now I had a question about that because I was going to use distress ink. It's not marker, but I am going to use pencils on top, so I don't know if that would work, so I'm going to put a little maybe on that one. Color page and add a frame to it. No, I'm not going to do that. Color page following a color along. It's a bee that Sammy did, but she didn't make a video for it, so darn it. Color buddy. I don't, okay, a color page representing a well-known fairy tale, double page, someone who picks it for you. No. Color a mermaid. Closing your eyes. I don't think I could do that. I could take my glasses off and then I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Color a pocket-sized book. Color page using mostly distress inks. Any ink that can be blended. Okay, that one I might be able to use because I'm going to be doing a base on distress ink, so I think I can cross that one off. This one is occasions. We don't have an occasion for the bee. But a color page from a hardback. No, it's a softback book. Farm yarn, galaxy, color page, representing a holiday destination. Nope. With a fish and ocean animals. No. So already I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in this challenge ticked off, which is great. So we're doing this little bee. So it's a bumblebee. And if he isn't a bumblebee, he's going to be made a bumblebee. And the book starts with K, Matsuda. Okay, then we're going to use distress ink. I've got brushed corduroy out for some brown areas. I will bring out some black soot for some areas. And did I say something about a cloud background? I could do cloud. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is get out the inks, and we'll ink up some of these little pansies here too, and some of these flowers. That's sort of the flowers that are on here. So what else did I mark off? So we got the bumblebee, the K, the flowers. Ken is male. We got the spring for the flowers, because he's going to be a spring bee. And doing it in distress ink. Awesome. Okay, I'll grab out some more of these and we'll get going. Okay. So I've got out kind of a muted yellow color, a tiny bit of brown to blend the yellow, brown, and into the black. Okay. So we're going to start off with the scattered straw. We're going to add it in. We might add a brighter yellow too, but I'm going to put this down first. When I use this, I'm going to just ink up one corner of this, and you get the ink on there. I'm going to use that as our line, like the tip of your pencil. So just that portion, and I'm going to put it on this line and draw it across. Pull it up a little bit. So we have a little yellow going on in there. It doesn't matter if it gets on the leaf of the flower, because you're going to do the leaves in green. Yellow and green blend well together. Okay, just going to go up into the lighter areas of the little bee here. I don't care if it gets in the pansy either, because pansies are going to have yellow in them too, so don't fret about that stuff. Maybe a little down in here. Okay, up in here. And his stripes just keep going upward. So we'll find a little bit in here, a little bit in here. We have like foliage going on here, but we also have the back of the bee, so we're going to put some color in there. Like I said, the foliage is green, could go right over yellow. We've got mushrooms here too. Okay, so we got our stripes going, and then we'll have our black coming through here too. This is kind of part of the bee, or part of his wing or something, his fluff. It's going to be a fuzzy bee, I guess. Get that one, maybe some parts in here. Okay, maybe a little up in there, and touch over here by his face. If I want to change that to a black face, it's not going to be that difficult. Black will go over that, but we have our base down. Just kind of go around in here. We're going to put a little of this in the center of the pansies too. Just so the color is on a few more items here. I think this is a pansy. Yeah, we'll stick some in the center of that one too. Just so they have a little yellow in them. I'm just kind of rubbing that out. I did not put this back in the ink, so it's just a really soft, light touch of what's left in the pad itself. We're just going to cover some stuff up here. Blend it nicely. Okay, so we got yellow down. Isn't he cute? There's a lot more going to go on here, so don't worry about it. Okay, on the other half, we've got brown, so we're going to ink up that half in the brown. And we're going to take it to where the black meets the yellow and touch the black and pull it kind of out towards the yellow. It's okay if you go outside. Like I said, he's going to be a fuzzy bee. So I will fluff him up there. Go. I'm going to touch that black and get some color in there too. Okay, just kind of around up here. Just using that edge to draw my lines and then pull it out. Okay, he's got little feet here. We'll give little feet some. There we go. Okay. And now the black soot for the black areas, and I brought in a smaller tool. It's a wooden dowel with two little foam pieces on here. They're not terribly well made. The little foam pieces aren't glued on here terribly well, so if you're rubbing them, they'll fall apart. But it's the easiest thing I found to use in these areas, so just going to bring that black up into that area. Use it like a pen. It's more like a pencil than the bigger tool. So just put in some black where the black stripes are. Kind of pull it up into the brown. And if you notice our little black stripes down here, let's throw some of that in there. They kind of go 1, 2, 3, so there's going to be one up here somewhere. There's not really a line for it, so we're going to make one right in there and kind of pull it out a little bit. And then one would be right about here. Kind of go through that wing if we're going to make transparent type wings. Probably one about there. And then one round around his foot here. So we kind of have our striping going up. Then just in these darker areas, we'll add some. He's got a little leaf there. See what I mean by it comes off. Maybe a little shadowing here. Okay, we can do his eye. Darken that up. Okay. Let's see. Do have some black in here. I think I'd rather do that with pencil. The green. We'll get some green out. We have peeled paint. And let's see, do I have a green side on this? We're just going to add some of this green in the leaves here. This one. Kind of have to follow, find them all. They're kind of hidden. There's little leaves up here. So throw some green in there. Throw some green up here in these. Little in there. I don't know if that's green stuff or pollen that he's carrying around. We have flowers. This looks like clover. That's some good tasting honey. Clover honey. So I think he's out here making some yummy stuff. Let's see. I'll put a little leafing action here. Pull some of that up. This green stuff here. And did I get all the leaves? I think I did. Just want a little bit of color on them. So I know where they are basically. And that'll save me from coloring on them. Just going to darken one side of those a little bit more. Okay. So there we go. We've got a lot of Distress ink down. I'm going to leave his wings till later. I'm going to softly brush those with some ink after we're done. But if I want to put anything in the background, I want to be able to, see what's back there. So I have to be decisive of what I want to do on those. And I have some Dusty Concord out for some of these pansies. And I might bring out some lemonade. Grapes and lemonade. Somewhere in here is lemonade. It's a bright label. I should be able to find it in my drawer. Ah, boy, there it is. Okay, in case I want to brighten him up any, I'll have some of that, or if I want to put some brighter in the pansies. For right now, we're going to pull out some polys. Move those aside here and put away the ones I did not use. Okay. So we want to accent a few of these colors in here, so we're going to pull out a black for the black, because we want to darken up, say, his eye here. We have to darken up some of that, and that just goes right over the Distress ink really nicely. You could use Prismas or any other color pencil that you like. I'm not going to use crazy colors, and they will just be about the same colors that you can find in any set. So there'll be a yellow, a black, a brown. You can find those everywhere. Okay, so we have our black. We want to get out a yellow, kind of a yellow, let's see, yellow orangey color. Okay, I have cadmium yellows, but you could use yellow, like a orange yellow and a yellow yellow. So I'm going to use these. We're going to go around and add some bright in this fluff area. He's got fluff. Pull some of that outside of the page too. So we're going to make him a fluffy bee. Little fluff there. Got a lot of fluff up here, and then it turns kind of a green color where the plant is. I'm not sure how much I want to keep that color. Okay, we'll just add it kind of all over here in the fluff. And like I said, we're going to make him fluffy, so we're going to pull some of that fluff out here. Okay, then we're going to go in with the darker one, which is going to be your orangey color, and deepen some of that space with that. Okay, I'll take a little more of this black up here, and we're going to fluff this out. And remember, he's striped. He can have a little striping going up here on his head. This will go up into this foliage here. And I'm going to make him a little fluffier here. I know we have some fluff going this way, but I want the black to come out. So he's a little bit more fluffy as a bumblebee. It doesn't look too much like a hornet or anything. So this one is kind of the yellow going that way, the darker yellow going that way. So we have some, I think that's a weird stem of some sort. I want to kind of avoid those. So we can pull that black into that color. Okay, go down here, fluff this out. Pulling that down a little longer. Okay, I think I'll make that a little darker here. Okay, well, let's see, we're going this way. Pull some of that in there. Darken that around the eye. I hope I'm in focus here. Just lightly bring that out so you're covering up all that white paper under there. And just make his eye a little bigger there. Okay, let's see, we're gonna go back here, fluff him up around his feet. Okay, we're going to go down by his tail here and work on this area. His tail, I guess that's his little bum. Not a tail. And we're going to fluff this up a little too. I'm going to kind of go dark over that line and then bring out some fluff here. Okay, because I want them fluffy. Okay. And if you want, you can throw in some white in there just to help get rid of that line that's in there. This is a Prisma. You could use a poly or a Holbein or any other white in here too. You can throw a few of these up here. Then go back over it and darken up some of those lines. Okay, I'll get you down a little closer to that if you want to see it a little better. But yeah, like the black here, you might want to just stick in a few of those white lines and then go back over it with the black on both sides. And then you kind of disappear the little line that goes around here. It's going to be a little more difficult in the orange area. But we did put a few little black lines in there, so you put the black. Got to clean off our white and give it a sharpen because we kind of want to point. Not too much of a point because it'll break, but we kind of want a little bit of a point. And you want to go in between some of those lines and just clean up that one line that's in there. Fluff that out a little further. Put a little bit more black on there. We'll just have him come out past that line. Yeah, that'll give him a nice big fluffy backside there. Go real dark around that leaf. Blend it out a little bit. Sharpen this one too. You can make him a big fat bee with lots of fluff. A sharper point on that. I have a feeling I'm going to have to buy another one of these black polys. Okay, darken it in here. There's a plant in here. Make it come out a little bit. There we go. You can use your eraser to get out some of that ink. So we just not the easiest to do when it's drier, but when it's wet it's easier to do. But you can also put white on top of that area that you want a different color, and then when you put your color down it'll show up better. Okay, I'm not sure what it is. There's a lot of those, so I'm thinking they might be pollen. The bee's been out, so we just have to figure out a pollen color. Kind of yellowish green. Darken it up here because I made him fluffy and he's going to have his fluff coming up over on this side too. Fluffier bee. Okay, Just keep working around him. I'm going to fluff him up here too. Draw a few of those out here. Cut those black lines into that yellow. And I kind of want to make him a rounder up in this area so he doesn't look like a bee head and a little skinny body. So we're going to keep that line kind of going up into this area here. So do a little line there. I can get my fluff going. I want to be real light in this area. Transparent wings. Through here, up through this area here. Going to darken those areas up down here. Okay. These little hairs got a little messed up here, so I'm gonna erase that just a tiny bit and then add in a lot of dark right there. And then pull it up a little here. Really dark around this area. And then in here. Really dark go around those flowers. Pull some of that into that yellow. There we go. I don't know what that is. I think I've said that before. I've got to get my eraser nib out. This little piece here. I might want to end up covering it up because I'm not quite sure what it is. When in doubt, cover it up. When in doubt, paint it out. Okay, here we go. We're going to find out what that is. I really don't know. There's another one coming up here. So I don't know if those are leafy parts or if those are part of his wing or what. But because So we could make it part of this wing, or we could make it part of the leaf that goes up there. Darken that up a little here. We've got little feet that come down, and that comes out that way. Little foot there. What color are their little feet? I have no idea. These little round things I think are pollen. This is just a little fluffier. I want them to have a rounded bottom here. There we go. Okay. So we're going to bring it in, I think a brownish, orangish color. What do we got? Sanguine. Now I'm trying to remember what color this is in another set. It's like pumpkin in the Prismas, I think. If Prisma has pumpkin. I didn't yellowize that, so we're going to have to go back and do that. Throw this around the eye. Go down here and do this. That is our orangey, deepest color here. The brown corduroy. Add the yellow in here. And the yellow orange. It's going to go right up into that wing. Okay. Go put a little bit more of that around this eye here. right. Just shadowing it. I want to get his eye kind of cool looking. And I'll be working on that. We're going to throw a tiny bit of green up here just so you get a hint of what it's going to look like, because I'm going to stop the video here. We need spring colors. So what do we got? Earth green, yellowish, and permanent green olive. I don't know what these are going to look like, but we've kind of got these shamrocks, clover guys going here. So we're going to darken the green up on those. This is, yep, the earth green yellowish. And we'll put some of that on whatever that is, then whatever that is. Just doing the clover here. And there's another one of those things. It looks like a little mushroom. Okay, then we'll bring in the permanent green olive and just go on the darker, where the shadows are. Darken those shadows up. Throw a little in here, where it's already kind of dark. And then in this greenery stuff that's in here, we're just gonna do a couple tones of green in it. Mushroom, little leaves. Getting May green, I think. Well, this is light green, so get some light green. That'll look good in there too. Kind of up in here. Bring it up. If you want to get that even lighter on the edge of those, put in yellow. It's the yellow we used in the bee. So that'll match nicely. We're going to color those little beads of pollen with some green. It's got them all over the place, so I have to kind of go around and look for them. Go through the wing with that color. And we'll draw a few more of these little bumps up here and fill those in. And just a little light touch of green through here. Okay, so that'll be about it. We're just going to add in those green colors. The shadows are here. Okay, then when we get back, we'll do the rest of the leaves and some more work on the bee. But this is a beginning. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're all doing well. I don't even know if I asked. I'm sorry about that. If you have any questions, leave them in the little comments down below. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. So this is what he looks like so far. Hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye now.